ho, ho.
Hello and welcome to Theoretically Horrifying episode 5. Today is our Christmas episode, so we'll be talking about all things festive. So, Grace, have you done all your Christmas shopping?
I have done half my Christmas shopping because my mum's birthday is in December.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's on the 5th. So I always have to do that and Christmas shopping at the same time.
Yeah.
But I always have to have something ready by the 5th. And by then, most of the time, I've already bought everything anyway. So, yeah.
That's fair. Good. I'm done. I'm wrapped, bought, I've done everything. So,
Are you actually trying to put me to shame?
I've got to buy one more thing for my brother, which I can get in a supermarket. He's just requested it, so I'll get it nearer the time.
Oh, perfect.
Other than that, yeah, I'm done. So.
Organised, I like it.
So, some festive questions. Are you ready? Are you wrapped up warm?
I'm ready. Hit me.
Okay, so it's Christmas morning. You wake up, absolutely buzzing, as you would be. You get out of bed and you run downstairs and your whole family is sat there waiting. And there's a huge box in the middle of the living room. And they push it towards you and you know exactly what it is. You have been asking for this for years. You cannot wait. So you rip open the paper and it's the doll that you've been waiting for your whole life. Is it Annabelle, Chucky, or Brahms?
Oh. Right. Annabelle, I feel like she's a little brat.
Yeah, I hate
to
her.
be honest. She annoys me. She doesn't even scare me. She's just annoying. That little face. I could boot her across the room.
I hate her, I agree.
Honestly.
I'm here for the slander.
Annabelle can 012121. I do not like her. Chucky, he's a laugh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You get him on your good side, I don't think he's going to kill you.
He's a lad.
You crack a good... Yeah, he's a geezer. I feel like if you tell him a good couple of jokes, buy him a bottle of Jack, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And imagine meeting Tiffany.
Yeah, oh my god, what an icon.
Yes. And is it, I cannot remember the child's name, Glenn or Glenda. There's that whole thing of I mean, I don't think you could make it now.
I cannot remember.
That is
he's
funny
ugly.
trio.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is
so
ugly.
ugly.
And Bram, I've got a soft spot for the boy because basically Ryan does not watch a lot of horror films, but I managed to get him to see that in the cinema with me and he really liked it. So I was just like, I even though I don't think it's the best film, I rate it 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I like it. It's gateway.
I liked
gateway
it.
horror.
Yeah. It's such a not necessarily teen horror I Know What You Did Last Summer, Wrong Turn, but it's teen horror and the fact the audience was just 15 and under.
Yeah. I really liked it.
Including
And
myself,
also,
I think.
You got to take into consideration with this as well the twist at the end of that movie. That's coming with the gift. So that's going to be there with you.
Are we okay to reveal the twist?
I think so. If you haven't seen it, skip this bit.
Come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only an hour and a half, you'd be grand. So I feel like having this weird person trapped in my walls, as you do. All right, think of it this way. It's a bit of added security.
Yeah. I mean, if he's on your side again, yeah.
I'm not being funny. If someone tries to break in and he came out, they would literally have an aneurysm on the spot.
And he's not small.
No.
Have you seen...
He's a giant.
Sidetrack a little bit. Have you seen the thirst trap videos of him on TikTok? What? I thought he was creepy at first until I saw those and I'm like, Brahms? Okay.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
I'll send you some after this.
I had no idea that was a thing.
There is a whole community of people that want to bang him.
I am not down with the kids. Honestly. I am rather concerned now. That does bother me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think I would have been fine without knowing that fact. Because now every time I watch The Boy, I feel like, that editing thing where it's they have the character moving in slow motion, but they just cut the shots. I feel like that's just all it's going to be. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna say Chucky.
Yeah.
He's such a cute little thing, bless him.
Yeah, that is. I was also gonna say Chucky. I mean, I was tempted by Brahms, but also, I mean, the
That's
doll.
just like,
the doll itself is kind of creepy.
yeah.
So.
I mean, I think the thing with Chucky and all these films, of course, they wouldn't actually do it because then you wouldn't have a film.
Mm-hmm.
You really could just throw him to Timbuktu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's only little. But Brahms, you've got a full-on adult male living with you.
Yeah. It's so creepy.
So yeah, Chucky.
Yeah. I agree. Cool. I love Chucky.
So, another little Christmassy one for you.
I'm ready.
Right. So, you're home alone.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents have gone on holiday. You haven't got your other half with you. You're all home alone. Right? Except there's this weird knock at the door and you feel like someone's watching you. So you peek through and it's two robbers looking to get into your house.
Yeah.
And since this is a bit of a darker podcast, we can say they're not there just to have a little bit of fun. They're a bit murderous, right? So, what traps are you setting up in place to get you through the night?
Oh my god, how many traps do I have to set?
You can set as many or as little as you like. There can only be one or two really effective ones.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to do the marbles on the floor. It's classic, simple, easy to do. As long as they don't expect it, you're good. And then at the bottom of whatever stairs you set these marbles, there's got to be something horrifying. So I'm going to put... I don't want to put something that's going to kill just in case I step on the marbles.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put like... I mean, it could kill, but like a pile of bricks. Because it's more likely to just break some bones. Unless I hit my head in it. But...
Yeah, I feel like... But the thing is, if you know it's there, you just try and angle yourself with it.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, like, you know, directioning some, like, all my kitchen knives facing upwards. But if I fall, then that's just game over.
That's pretty brutal.
Whereas I'm thinking if I have this at the top of my stairs, so in my house, you go down the stairs and the front door is almost immediately in front of you. There's like a little toilet, and then to the right of that is the front door. So I feel like if I fell on the bricks, I could crawl out the front door. Just about.
Yeah.
And hopefully get away. So that's trap number 1.
Cool.
Trap number 2. Okay, I need to find a way of like that I can get out of the house. So
yeah,
we've got like a sliding patio door. So I feel like I've got to do something with that. Something where I can see out. I can see if they're there or they can't see in. So I'd have to put some kind of reflective something across it.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I don't know where I would get that from if I'm fashioning it from things in my house, but I'm sure I can make it work. But I need to make it trap worthy. Oh, do you know what? I've got a dodgy wire in my kitchen, so I could spill a bunch of water on the floor and then dip the wire into the water and hope that they step in it. But then again, they're probably going to have shoes.
That's risky.
Probably going to have shoes on. And I'm probably not going to have shoes on if I'm in my house.
Yeah.
I'm still going to do it.
I'm just going to go for it. I mean, what have you got to lose?
I know it's there, so I'll just avoid that.
Yeah.
What else can I do? I feel like I could make some... There's a lot of cleaning products in my house, so... I could fashion some kind of toxic concoction and fill the bath and then have some kind of tripping mechanism near the bath. Maybe if I set up I record myself and then record myself crying so it sounds like I'm hiding in the bath.
Like in Twilight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then make it so that there's a tripwire outside the bathroom door so they trip and they land in the bath with chemicals. Though I don't think that would kill them, but it would buy me a lot of time to escape, I think.
The fumes, though, that would
knock them out.
Make them a bit... Yeah, exactly. Give them time.
Yeah. I don't know if I've got anything that I've a full-on killer trap. I've got an axe in my house, but I would just grab that. Not really a trap, I would just grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never know. You could. I mean, I actually don't know how they do it. I always find it fascinating. You know, there's things like the little domino effect things. So it's like they'll roll a marble and then it will knock over this, and then that. You could do something like that, but I don't think they would be waiting patiently outside.
Yeah, waiting for you to set it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bear with me
Don't
1
mind
minute, guys.
Give me 5. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that though.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have the time for it, I don't think. There's a few windows I think I could jump out of and get out that way. So I just need to make sure I get them in a place where I can't get to me. I could also escape out of my attic. I've got like, well, I wouldn't say big attic windows. It's like those little, the little ones. But I think I could get through and a grown man probably couldn't. I'm assuming they're grown men. These could be 2 children.
They might be. They really might be.
But assuming we're going based off of the movie, they're probably 2 grown men. And I think I could get out that window. So if I could get them up to the attic and buy enough time to get out that window and find a way of trapping them in there, that could work. Yeah.
Let's hope they're like built like Tyson Fury or something.
But also not, because I don't want to die if they grab hold of me.
But I reckon you could probably distract him.
Yeah.
He seems alright.
Yeah. So I guess I'm going with those. I don't know if they're going to help, but yeah.
What's the harm in trying?
You got any mega traps?
One of mine is very similar to yours. So I've got a double front door, so they'd eventually work their way in. And then on the second front door, I'd have a bowl at the top of the door, fill it with some sort of flammable liquid, and then as soon as it's covered on them, just hold a match.
Yeah.
I don't have to set them on fire, but hopefully they'll leg it.
Oh yeah, just to scare them. That's a good tactic. I was immediately going in with hurt them.
I like that because I always... Do you ever generally think, if someone came into your house, what would you actually do? Like,
Cry.
We're not on about... Because you can't always be the hero. If someone's going to do something, do you know what I mean? Can't always kill them, because self-defense don't always work. So you sort of have to think, what is my escape plan? And I always think, I've got to get Smurfy, the dog, out first. Yeah. I'd probably get him outside and chuck him over next door's fence, because her garden's all built in, and I don't want him... He'll leg it. He's an escape artist. So I've got to think about that. And then I'd probably just go to town and let my anger out on them.
Do you think he would be much help? Smurf, I mean.
What, Smurf? Yeah. Well, this is the thing. He's a grumpy little fella, but at the same time, I don't know, it depends what mood he's in. I feel like he'd bark the house down, because he just does that on the daily anyway for fun.
Yeah.
Which would help. But the thing is, he is so oblivious that he would just be like, "Oh, the front door's open, freedom," and then he just run away.
Yeah,
well, I couldn't be having that. He's my baby. So yeah.
Yeah, I think Leia would be quite good. She's normally a very dopey, very soppy dog, but the second if I'm on edge, she changes. Okay, so my next question is a little bit silly, but okay. So you are back to your young self. You're a little, I don't know how old she is. I don't know, 10-year-old girl. And you're tiny and you live on a snowflake floating through the sky, and you've kind of lost the understanding of the meaning of Christmas, and everyone, it seems so capitalist to you. But you know of this grumpy green man who lives in the mountain, and you think he deserves to be invited down for Christmas. But you have also heard that this grumpy green man is a serial killer. Are you inviting him down?
So,
bearing in mind you are a sweet little innocent 10-year-old girl with not many thoughts going on in that brain, except for, he needs to be involved.
Yeah. So we're talking the Grinch as a serial killer.
But you don't know that for sure.
Right.
It's, the Grinch has got a lot of rumours about him.
He has. He really has. Wow, you know what? I've never thought of it. I mean, not that the Grinch is like some happy-go-Larry fella anyway to begin with. But the potential of him being a serial killer.
Like, you know of Whovians,
Right.
you've heard of, you know, Gary who down the
of
road who went
course.
walking into the woods and he didn't come back. But was it really the
Right.
Grinch? You don't know.
There's this thing, people want to judge.
Yeah.
They really do. It's out of order. So, from my experience with the people of that town, they are very, very annoying.
Yes.
Like, ugh, no thank you.
But Martha May,
encourage...
icon. Sorry, she just is.
I think I would probably try and team up with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, right, could you... Let's just, in a magical world, let's just pretend I'm an avid wannabe serial killer. Could you imagine, like, sharpening up candy canes to use as weapons?
Oh my god. That'd be so good.
How cool that would be. Oh, that I'm just thinking of all the fun I'd have.
And, like, you know how he, like, sneaks down and pretends to be Santa? So you could, like, come with him and, like, do, like... You know, you don't necessarily have to kill people, but you could leave some, like, nasty little Christmas tricks. Kind of like Nightmare Before Christmas when he tries to do nice things, but they turn out terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'd be a full-on, like, killer, but I think it would be fun to just be, like, the evil, the gruesome twosome.
Yeah. Just ruin Christmas
the town.
for everyone.
Yes. It'd be like a green Jack Skellington.
I love that.
Yeah, I do like that because I feel like the Grinch is so like irreverent and just honestly crazy.
Yeah.
Like the whole like look of it, but obviously that's the point of it. So yeah, I think let's just add to the madness and have like Halloween Town within the Grinch.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's
there we
fun.
go. Thank you. What would you do?
I don't know. I'm a big coward. I always have been. So I think if someone told me that he is a serial killer, I'd be like, nah, I'll just stay down here. Live with the capitalist Christmas I hate. So, but then maybe
I like it.
Maybe the Grinch would die, but I would stay down there, like, hating it more and more because everyone in Whoville is so fake. And then eventually I start to turn green. And then one day I walk off into the woods and I don't come back. And I become the Grinch.
That's a whole sequel in itself. So, you ready for another question?
Am. Let's go.
Right. So, you're about to have your Christmas dinner. But say, for example, you have a sister and she's got a new partner she's bringing home to meet the family. Right? So, opens the door. You've got one of two people you could have as your future brother-in-law. You could have Thomas, the nutty security guard from P2, or Billy from Black Christmas 2006. Who are you choosing?
I feel like you're going to judge me for this, but I like Thomas.
I had a feeling you would.
He seems, I don't want to say sweet, but like, I feel like if maybe he had some friends, he wouldn't have turned out that way. You know?
Yeah,
and I feel like
social conditioning.
Like, my sister would, I don't know, make him a good person. Like, I feel like she could change him. I would hope. Right. But also, I feel like maybe if she did leave him, then that could turn pretty nasty. But also, is that really my business? Sorry, sis. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I kind of like him. So,
yeah.
I feel like it's not even a question for me.
I feel like Billy from Black Christmas, I mean, I don't know if you remember, he's like jaundiced as well.
Yeah.
So he looks like a Simpson.
Yeah.
And he was a bit cuckoo, you know.
Yeah.
A bit of an incest background. So.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
Yeah. No, I feel like he'd be like that awkward cousin, the pervy cousin.
Oh, yeah. We don't like that.
We don't like that.
What would I prefer? Because if you think about it, so would you rather be sat at Christmas dinner with, like, awkward pervy cousin vibes, or, like, so someone says something that he doesn't agree with and he just explodes for no reason, and you're like, everyone's just sat there like, this is really awkward.
And I feel like Thomas as well, he would like have sort of like an obsession. He'd like develop a stalker thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Billy, it seems more opportune because I feel like his narrative is a bit more traditional in terms of like, oh, well, they're in my house, so I have to rid them.
Yeah.
Like, again, a bit like Jason, he has mummy issues.
Yeah.
So it's just like, right, they were living in his house, they made it a sorority, and I just feel like that's more to do with it. Whereas Thomas, it just seems he has a fascination with her.
Yeah.
So I feel like long term, he could be more damaging, but Billy would just be more like, let me survive the night, please.
Yeah. It really depends as well. Is he obsessed with my sister or is he obsessed with me?
I feel like he'll be obsessed with you for the sake of the question.
Oh, that's so flattering. Well, thank you. Oh, I don't know. I cannot get over the creepy vibes of Billy. So I think I'm gonna go with Thomas. My instinct like was to be Thomas straight away. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I can't remember the female character's name in the film, but I feel like she just played all the wrong moves.
Yeah.
I would have just played along, just been like full on Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's the safest thing to do, is to just play along. Also, he's got a Rottweiler. I love Rottweilers. He's a good boy.
Oh, he is adorable.
My final answer for that question is Thomas. Sorry, Billy. Didn't even give him that much thought.
To be honest, I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah.
Every % of the way.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to episode 5 of Theoretically Horrifying. We hope you enjoyed it. If you want to share your answers to the questions, feel free to in the comment box below. Have a nice Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.